Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Steven GetMoneyMyrick here, and you are watching Friday Night Recap, the show where I break down my last week of Magic the Gathering. This week I want to talk about a pre-release event that the store I go to did. So we had the pre-release last weekend, and then they did another pre-release this because they had more kits. And so we had a sealed pre-release event, and I want to talk about how it went. So there were 8 people there total. One of the people had to drop though, so I ended up getting a buy round 1, but that's getting a little ahead of myself. Let's start by talking about the cards I got. Open my pack, and the promo I got was Allure the Unknown. I don't know if you know what this card does, but it's 3 black red. Reveal the top 6 cards of your library. An opponent exiles a non-land card from among them, and then you put the rest into your hand. That opponent may cast the exiled card without paying its mana cost. So you look at 6. The opponent gets to take one of them and play them. It's a cast or play? Cast, so they can't take a land. Because you have to do it as it is resolving. And then you get the other 5 cards. But the problem is the opponent takes the card that you want, and it's not really very playable at all in Limited. Another one of my rares was Underworld Breach. A combo card, maybe cool in Pioneer. It's worth some money, but each non-land card in your graveyard has escape. The escape cost is equal to the card's mana cost. So you basically can keep doing stuff, but then at the beginning of the end step, sacrifice Underworld Breach. So it's like a Yawgmoth's Will, I guess, but in standard. I also had Enigmatic Incantation as one of my rares, which is a pretty cool card. Basically, it lets you, it's like a birthing pod that takes enchantments and converts them into creatures. And I got Timuret Calls the Dead, which is a pretty sick black card. But where I got the giant hookup was in black and white. Because in white I got an Archon of Sun's Grace, which is a 4-mana 3/4 flying lifelink Pegasus. Creatures you control have flying, or have lifelink. And whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, create a 2/2 white Pegasus, which is sick. I also got a Thrix, the Sudden Storm in blue, 5 mana, 4/5 flash flying, and a Nadir Kraken, which is a sick 3-drop that you pay 1, and whenever you draw a card, and you can put a +1/+1 counter on it and create a 1/1 blue tentacle creature token, and it's 1 in blue. So I knew I was going to play blue and white. I wanted to really get the Thrix and the Deer in my deck, and then Archon is just sick. Put some Karametra's Blessings in there for protection. Had a Heliod's Pilgrim to go find some enchantment removal. I had Heliod's Punishment, and I had Ichthyomorphos, which is the blue common enchantment that turns stuff into a frog. I also had one with the stars as some enchantment removal I could find if I really needed to get rid of something. And then I played a lot of Vexing Galls, Thirst for Meanings, Counter Spells. My 3-drops are very heavy. My 2-drops are pretty light, so I was pretty nervous about an aggressive deck, how I was going to do. Didn't get a single Omen of the Sea, which would have been a very nice card to get some card draw in there. But like I said, there were 8 people. Somebody had the drop, so there will only be 7. So I got the buy first round, so I got a win. It kind of stinks though, because you definitely want to play your games and test how good your deck is. And then game 2, I was going up against the opponent that was playing 3 colors, which I do not recommend, like pretty much at all. And they were playing 3 colors. Well, let's just say I won game 1 pretty easily. I got some flyers, and they didn't have a ton of interaction. And then game 2. I figured out why they were playing 3 colors. They were splashing white for a Dream Trawler. If you don't know Dream Trawler, it's this busted rare. It should be a mythic rare. I'll put it up on the screen now. But the card is insane and can really only be beaten by about 2 cards in the whole format. Probably Shower the Sky, which is the board wipe. And then actually the enchantment that, or the artifact that taps down creatures. You can kind of put it out of play because either whether they were tapping it or whether you're tapping it. Entrancing Liar is what I think it's called. So those are pretty much like the only 2 ways to address that card. So that was game 2, and I lost game 2. And game 3, I'm just like, please don't play the Dream Trawler. And luckily, he had it in his hand. I got stuck on 2 lands and could only play like 2 drops. And so I was like casting Hero of the Pride and then the 1/2 flyer, enchantment flyer in white. And I was kind of stuck on those and just sort of doing Karametra's Blessings and like Stern Dismissals to bounce stuff. And I was on like 2 lands until like turn 5. But actually I was able to win just by going stuff through the air. And then whenever he played something on the ground, I was enchanting it. And he couldn't get back in. He did have Dream Trawler in his hand. He could not cast it, and it did get to turn 6. So that really stresses why putting those cards in your deck are a giant liability. I was in blue and white. I could have played it, but you know, he was doing green and blue and then splashing white. Went 2-0, and so we're in the finals now. And we're playing somebody. They had a very powerful deck. They had an Uro. They had a Renata. They had some other rare that was pretty sick. No Cure, Best the Sea God, luckily. But the Oro on turn 3 definitely freaked me out and had me scared. So I actually held on to that enchantment removal, the 1 for nothing. I'm not blanking on it. 1 for all the stars, whatever it's called. I'll put up on the screen. And held on to that in case they ever were able to escape their Uro. But luckily, again, you know, just the combination of flyers, having lifelink. I did get to cast the Archon Sun's Grace in that game. You know, and just they got me to a pretty low life total, but I was able to come back with the lifelinking ability and finish them off. Game 2, I also won. We did have an awkward interaction because they had a Protean Thaumaturge in play, and they had a Renata, which is a legendary creature. And they triggered the Constellation on Protean Thaumaturge, which allows you to copy a creature. And they declared that they were going to copy Renata. And I had the ability to bounce Renata, so the enchantment didn't hit her, but I let it happen. And then I remind them about the legendary rule and told them that they had the sack one, and which is a little mean for Friday Night Magic. But in fairness to me, and whether this makes it right or wrong probably doesn't matter. I was off to a very, very slow start that game. They had a Renata in play. They had like 1 or 2 other creatures. I had nothing going on. I was stuck on lands. But actually, I was able to come back and win. Just once I was able to get to turn 3 or 4 and really start chaining my 3 drops together, it was nice. So we went 3-0. We won the event, and so that means we got packs, which means I'm going to crack these now. I'm also probably going to play a little bit of Standard on Magic the Gathering Arena after this, so if for some reason you don't care about me cracking packs and you want to get straight to my gameplay, me, a guy that's like in Silver League or maybe not even ranked, you're welcome to skip ahead some, but we're going to see what we got. So I got 4 regular packs, and I got a premium promo pack from Throne of Eldraine, because the store I go to did not meet their needs to get the new promo packs. And we're just going to see if we get any cool rares. Oh, these are the backwards packs again. So we got a Terranica, which I assume is like a $1 or $2 card. Pretty strong. May see some standard play. It's a 3-mana 3/3 with Vigilance. When it attacks, untap another target creature you control. It like makes a 4/4 that has indestructible. So it's very compared to like Geist of St. Trapt in a way. Obviously the advantage of Geist of St. Trapt is that 4/4 is flying and you don't have to have another creature in play. Next pack. Again with the backwards. We got a foil Heliod's Punishment. That's not showing off with the light at all. Foil. And we got an Arastra of the Endless Web, which is a rare green spider. Pretty good spider, very strong and limited. It's a 4-mana 3/5 that whenever an opponent casts an insert sorcery, you get a 1/2 spider, and it has reach. No money so far. Money, money, money. GetMoneyMyrick, that's my name. I do all this for the money. Which is funny because the deck I play, that I'm going to play in Standard, I had to cut some corners. Okay, our rare on our next pack is Nessian Boar. Pretty cool card. It's a 10/6 for 5 mana, so you know it's nuts. But all creatures able to block it do so. So you think like, okay, it's like a threaten effect, or I think that's what that's called, when they have to block everything. But whenever Nessian Boar becomes blocked by a creature, that creature's controller draws a card. So that's pretty ugly. We did get our 2/3 Nightmare for Ashiok, which is cool. So, you know, if they block with 3 or 4 creatures, they're able to kill it, then they draw 3 cards. It's not so great. Obviously, they lost a few creatures, but they got some cards. The cool thing with it, though, especially in Limited, for anybody curious, I mean, you can still block with it. So you can have a 10/6 blocker for 5 mana, and that's going to be pretty hard to deal with. And a foil Grim Physician. And a foil Archon of Sun's Grace. Or not foil. It'd be nice if it was foil. Another Archon of Sun's Grace. So a pretty good limited pack, because there's an Illyrius in here, and a Rise to Glory, and a Final Death, and an Indomitable Will, and an Omen of the Sea. But nothing good there as far as the rares. So no money really in any of our packs. I do have the promo pack. We'll see if we get anything in that. Come on. Got our arena code to download a pack. Oh, these are so warped. Oh my god. Can you see it? No, you probably can't. Wow, they're really warped. So we got a foil Cindervines promo. Not very great. A foil Slaying Fire promo, which is pretty cool. I've got a lot of the regular ones that aren't foils. And then a Castle Garenberg foil promo, which is actually pretty sick. I don't know what it's actually worth, but probably, you know, it's like an EDH card, and maybe you'll even see play in like Pioneer or Modern. And even, you know what, actually even Standard as well, because the deck we're going to play today actually has a Castle Garenberg in it. So that's cool. I don't know what's worth. I'll look up later. If I was completely guessing, I guess it's like $10, but maybe it's more. But with that, let's jump in, and we're going to play the standard game. So the deck we're playing today, if on my decks, we're going to play a Simic Ramp deck, because the new set is out, and so you guys are just dying to see all the new cards. And what do I reward you with? Absolutely nothing new. I take that back. I got 2 Uros. And that's it. I couldn't craft 4 even. I'm so cheap, because I didn't have enough wild cards. So stick around and watch. We'll see how we do. But I wouldn't blame you for tuning out at this point. No, we'll have some fun. We're going to see how big we can get. This is a list taken from Andrea Mengucci. He plays 4 Uros and no Risen Reefs. And we will see how it goes. Yeah, I really want to get some of the new cards for you, but honestly, I just haven't been playing a lot of Arena lately. I've been playing more MTGO and more paper, and so I really need to get back into playing some more Arena to start earning some coins, getting some packs. Wow. I think the Scry almost makes this a keep. I think the Scry makes this a keep. Yeah, you see, I told you it was a keep. It would be nice if we could Oro on turn 2. And unfortunately we cannot. Yeah, you can have a forest. I'm okay with that. Oro. Gain 3 life. Oh my god. So many. Forest. Oh. In battlefield, reveal top 5 cards. You put a land card from them on the battlefield and the rest into your graveyard. So we can do this. There's no way to get an extra. I guess let's play Risen Reef. Yeah, this is stupid because I only have 1 blue source. My thought process was I was going to do Risen Reef and then Uro, and then I could play Cavalier next turn to trigger Risen Reef. No blocks. We're not blocking. I don't think our opponent has a very strong deck. That's, you know, my fault, honestly, because this is how much ranked I play of Arena. Not much. Wow. Could actually just die to like Cauldron combo. Okay, let's tap. Resolve that. We don't have an island. Oh my god. Brutal. We can still pay 2 life here and Uro. Gain 3 life, draw a card, don't have a land to play. We have a ton of mana. You got it, buddy. Or you're going to get rid of a growth spiral. Anything with trample, huh? Let's add... No. I'm being too greedy. How much mana do we have here? 7, 8, 9. So no matter what, we can do Risen Reef. Yeah, auto pay, sure. Agent Treachery, done. Cavalier Thorns, auto paid. Enter that tap. Lack of trample here is hurting us, but you know what gives things trample? So we're going to have 10, 17, we have what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 11. We have 10 mana, right? 10 mana. Oh wait, that's 8, not 7. I have like no desire in playing this. We will probably just play the End Race Forerunners, get him really low. 7, 14, 17, 24 damage. You can block 5 right now. There's a little bit of difference in the amount of mana people have available. Really? Don't quite get what the thought process was there. Oh, I got something in my eye. Oh my gosh. We're gonna Castle Garenbreg. Do that. Yeah. Here come the boars. That's what a boar does. Get a food. I don't... What is that doing? That didn't... Oh, gained them 2 alive. Damn, they get vigilance too? Ironically, it's actually kind of hard. I mean, it's not ironic per se. It's just, it's a little difficult for me to actually win here. Because of their ability to keep like gaining life and creating chump blockers. Like, I can kill everything they have, but I wonder if I was supposed to play Uro first. And then play the Enraged Foreigners. The issue is, like, I couldn't play Uro and Agent of Treachery. And again, Agent of Treachery, I guess I could steal their Witch's Oven, right? I guess that's probably what I need to do, is just steal their Witch's Oven. 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope they don't have another one. Did I tap this one for blue? Oh, it doesn't matter. Kate's the other green. Exile 5 other cards. Let's exile. Ghost Spiral. This. This actually kind of sucks. Whoa. Oh, Growth Spiral. I'm at 7 life. I'm at 7 life. When did that happen? So that's one of our win cons right there. Finale Devastation. I wonder what, like, so Tommy's in this deck. Choose an ally and card name. They're at the top of it. I wonder How are you supposed to know what's on the top 4? Is there anything that tells us what's in the top 4? Or do you just hope for something? Gary can hit us for 5 here and get us down to 2, and then Ayara triggers and gets us down to 1. I guess the witch's oven is tapped, huh? I guess technically I can like use it, right? And create some food. I need to remember that. Drop, huh? So I want to do this where x equals 2. Auto pay this, resolve. Go to combat, go to attackers. Oh, I don't think I realized Uro. Man, I'm learning. So even though, like, you know, we don't have a ton of cards from the new set, we are getting to see Uro in action, and I am learning some stuff that I should have known, which is that this ability also triggers when they attack, which is pretty sick. So we're gonna go to damage. I don't know what he's looking for. Is there? I mean, damnation does not exist in this set. Damnation is not standard legal. It doesn't have death touch or anything, right? So what we will probably do is so how much mana do we actually have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I will probably do this to get a food. We have enough cards on good yet. Tap this. Sacrifice that. Get a food. Play this. Hey! We won! See if we can play a little quicker of a game. We'll do one more. Gotta get some of our dailies done. Maybe I'll magically get a mythic wild card in here somehow. Yeah, it's crazy. We only have 2 arrows, and we had both of them, and we had to like deal with the legendary rule and how annoying it is and stuff. Which is why I sacrificed the arrow in the last game. Yeah, sure. Be nice to have an arboreal grazer instead, but beggars cannot be choosers. Because as it is, we're going to go to 4. Okay, we're gonna pass the turn. So we're gonna grow spile, play breeding pool. Is this the same guy? This might be the same guy. It might be the same guy. We might be the only 2 people. Yeah. God, I hope we get a head cut of land here. Not the best land, but a land. I think this is the same guy. That's nice. Nice for him. So we have 2 options. I think we know he plays. I want to just get the Cavalier out there. Oh, the auto pay is like really nice. The auto pay is super nice. They triggered the Castle Garenberg to save me a green. It's like the first time anybody's been like, thank you. Yeah. See, this is why I did not play Nissa. From your graveyard on top of your library. What do I want? One, two, three, four, five, six. I think I just want all the mana I can get. Just give me those good mana. Okay, so we're going to play Nissa. Unless, can we do another Cavalier? Because this will add 6. So we have, what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 mana. We could play Nissa. Green, blue, colorless, green, blue, Nissa. +1. Do that. Next to combat. 1 attacker. Get the damage. So we're gonna get we're So we should be able to do that. Do that. Good game. Yeah, that had to be the same guy. So we're going to end it there. Yeah, I definitely want to play more ranked of Arena. So I can build more decks for you guys so you can watch me just own standard down at here at Bronze. Thanks for listening to me talk about how my sealed event went. Pretty cool that we opened that Castle Garenbrig. Very unfortunate that it's super warped. But maybe we can flatten it. I know there's some secrets out there for flattening stuff. And hope you all have a great evening. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.